If you're gonna start taking your content seriously in 2026, then this is the exact setup that I use for all my YouTube videos, but also my short form content too. Travel videos, day in the lives, gym vlogs, cinematic B-roll, or all of my coaching events. And honestly, you don't really need the most expensive setup in the world. You just need the right tools for the right situations. Because one of the most dumb mistakes that a lot of beginner content creators make is buying random gear without even understanding what it does. So in this video, I'm gonna break it down. Every camera I use, every lens, all my accessories, what each one is best for, and roughly how much everything comes to. And it all fits inside this one camera bag. So first of all is the main camera body, which I personally use the Sony a7 IV. The approximate cost for this is around 2,200 to 2,700 euros. And that's for the body only, no lens. Now this is my main YouTube camera, but you do not need this expensive piece of equipment. I've invested in it because it looks crisp, but also I've been doing content consistently for years upon years. The worst thing you can do is go and buy this really mad expensive camera just to use it fucking once. So I use this body when I'm doing sit down talking videos, podcasts, cinematic content, fitness videos inside the gym, house tours, pretty much everything I use this camera body for. And honestly, this camera is unbelievable. If you've got the budget for it, then get it. Now why it's so good? It's got a full frame sensor, which makes it super cinematic looking. It's got incredible autofocus, amazing low light performance, 4K recording, obviously, professional color grading capabilities, sharp image quality, and an incredible battery life. This instantly makes your content look more premium. Now, realistically, is it beginner friendly? Absolutely not. The menus are annoying, the settings can be confusing as fuck, and if you don't understand lighting and lenses and sensors and fucking frames per second, all of this type of stuff, you're not going to get the full value out of it at all. But once you learn it, it's one of the best cameras in the world right now. Now, lens number one is the Tamron f2.8 zoom lens. Now, the approximate cost for this is just for a lens is a whopping 700 to 1,200 euros. This is probably the best all-rounder lens. And honestly, if I could keep one lens, it would probably be this. Now, why? It's just the flexibility. I can use it for travel vlogs because it's quick zoom in and out. I can use it for talking heads because 2.8 aperture is still quite a blurry background. Car content, just standard handheld filming, literally everything I can use this for. And the zoom range makes life so easy instead of physically moving around with lenses that do not zoom. And because it's still f2.8, you'll still get that background blur, it's decent low light, and it also has that cinematic feel without the headaches of the blurriness of the 1.4. This lens is actually safe, it's reliable, it's actually a great investment. If you're newer to content creation, this is honestly the lens that I'd recommend first if you wanted like a nice investment into a lens. Now the lens number two I use, which is the one I'm using right now, is the Sigma 35mm f1.4. Approximate cost is around 700 euros to 1,150. Now this is a cinematic lens. This lens gives you incredible blurry backgrounds like you can see behind me. That's when people say, oh, your setup looks expensive. Now what this is best for is sit down talking YouTube videos like this, talking head content, podcast sometimes, aesthetic B-roll, and cinematic scenes. But there is a downside. At f1.4, the depth of field is super shallow. So if your autofocus misses slightly, your face can look soft or a tiny bit blurry, and then wonder why their content looks a bit out of focus. For most creators, f1.8 to 2.2 is actually the sweet spot. It's still cinematic, but it's super easy to use. Now my next camera is the OG, is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. The approximate cost is around 500 to 750, and this is the ultimate beginner camera. It's unreal for travel creators. It's literally tiny, you could fit it in your pocket, and somehow the footage still looks smooth as fuck. Now what I use it for, I just mainly use it for travel content when you cannot be bothered to hold a big camera 24/7. But it's also a low enough investment. Like, let's be real, would you rather spend 500 euro on a DJI Osmo Pocket 3 or 2.2 on a big body camera and then also a further 1.2 on a lens to go with it? I mean, do the maths. I would invest, if I was just getting into content, into the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 any day of the week to ensure that I can keep my consistency and also make the investment back through content. It's got a built-in gimbal which makes your footage super smooth. There's none of this shakiness, and because it's so small, it's actually way more likely that you'll actually use it. This is a perfect example that a massive cinema setup doesn't mean fuck all if you just leave it at home. Now the next one is the Insta360. The cost is around 400 to 500 euros. Now I personally got the X4 version. This is one of the coolest cameras I've ever seen in my life. It basically records you 360, okay? Like, it records what's in front of you, what's beside you, what's to your right, and what's to your left at all times. So then when you bring it into the editing app, after of course the video has been processed, you can actually move around in a 360 view and edit it, so that way the camera misses nothing. Have you ever been filming traveling content and you've been recording in selfie view and something happens in front of you that's really funny that you did not capture on camera? Where this camera literally solves it all. It's honestly unreal for car videos, travel videos, any type of swimming content, because of course it is waterproof too. Action shots. Now this is less about perfect quality and more about making your content just look different. And honestly, that kind of matters more nowadays. Now I got the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. Now honestly, I kind of regret getting these. The approximate cost of these is around 350 to 450 euros. Now these are kind of underrated for creators, especially for the cost, because they let you capture real moments. You can literally have them on your face, you can do any type of interactions, and it doesn't make it so obvious that you're recording with a camera in people's faces. Now I only use this for POV content, but of course you can use it for fitness, you can use it for travel, you can use it for memes, I don't know, mostly natural interactions, especially if you're a service provider. If you're a PT on the gym floor and you wear your Meta glasses, you can literally film the interaction you're having with your client. The biggest advantage is people act a whole lot more natural with these, but if you pull out a big huge camera and you look like the fucking cinema, everyone gets super awkward. So the authenticity is gold for content. Now that my cameras are out of the way, let's talk about accessories. The gimbal that I've got for my main camera body is the DJI RS3 gimbal. Now just for the gimbal, it's around 450, potentially up to 700 euro. If your footage looks shaky, then this is going to be the one for you. It gives smooth movement, cinematic tracking shots, stable walking footage, and professional motion within your videos. It's especially useful if you use a big Sony setup like me. And honestly, your girlfriend, your videographer, your partner, whatever it may be, will thank you for purchasing this, because holding a big camera like this handheld is extremely challenging to get good quality content. Where if you have a gimbal, it makes it feel a bit less lightweight, but it's also easier just to get better footage. Now for audio, I have the standard DJI wireless mic. The approximate cost is around 250 to 400 euros for this. The audio is well more important than your video. You can survive with an average video, but if you go towards any type of piece of content with bad audio, you're straight away turned off. This mic is amazing for everything. I use it with YouTube videos, fitness videos, I even use it when I'm traveling. Every single scenario, the DJI mic passes. And because it's wireless, it makes it extreme less of a headache with an amazing battery time. But when I'm on the go, I also have a Rode shotgun mic. These are around 150 to 350 euros, but honestly, once you get these for natural interactions and stuff like this, where you don't have to carry around two mics for two people, the shotgun mic, when in somewhat of a quiet environment, will slap every single day of the week. This is what I use when I'm just doing general interactions or travel vlogs or any type of house tours or anything like that. But it must be used in a controlled environment. If you use it anywhere else, you are fucked. Now, other accessories that matter is ND filters for your main camera body. You'll get these for anywhere between 50 to 200 euros, because once you step out into that sunlight, you can watch your main body camera have an absolute heart attack with trying to understand the light that's coming into the camera. Without ND filters, your footage can look very, very shit. I also have a portable camera light. You probably get one of those for like 50 euros. And light matters more than camera quality, because if you're sitting in the dark, nobody can fucking see what you're doing anyway. So carrying this around that simply clips on top of your camera body is going to be incredibly beneficial for your content. It makes skin look better, it makes colors look more sharper, and it makes the footage look expensive. Now for other tripods and accessories, the combined cost is around 100 to 300 euros. Honestly, tripods are underrated. A big tripod can help with your studio shoots, your YouTube setup, your standard sit down content, and then a small tripod for travel, like things on a plane, desk filming, or stable sit down content, and you need spare batteries. Absolutely essential. I have this pack with me at all times so that if I simply run out of charge, I can just change the battery, and it's as simple as that, and I've got another 3 hours of filming. Nothing kills the momentum faster than dead batteries. So most creators think better content equals most expensive camera, and that's false. And the real difference is storytelling, lighting. You can see that my light is set to a 45-degree angle to shine across one side of the face, but then we also use this light to light up the other side of my body, and you can see the two different tones inside of my face. It makes it look more cinematic. We've got background lights to make, obviously, of course, it look colorful, and we've got the main room light off completely, so I'm sitting in a dark room without these two lights beside me. Audio, but the biggest one of all, consistency. You can literally make viral content on an iPhone, just like I did for over 3 years. And if I was starting over today, I'd record on my phone with a DJI mic, and my next upgrade would be the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 Creator Combo. And then from there, after I've proved myself that I can be consistent and that I actually enjoy content creation, then I may think about investing into the Sony a7 IV with the additional requirements. But remember, do not wait until your equipment is perfect to start posting. Start posting today, no matter what you've got, because I built over 1 million followers with just a phone. Most people fail because they never start. And the creators winning right now are just the ones posting consistently. That's it. So if you want more content like that, you be sure to hit the next video right here. Or alternatively, you can just subscribe to the channel so you never miss another piece of content. That being said, I'll see you all in the next one.